Hello, welcome back to the channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, don't do unboxings, might do a few playthroughs. But today we're going to be talking about a Euro game. We're going to be talking about SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, and in this game you will be launching probes from Earth. You'll be travelling around the solar system, trying to land on planets, trying to find traces of extraterrestrial existence that will give you victory points and hopefully allow you to win the game. So in this video we're going to be giving you a very brief overview of the rules. We're telling you what we do like, what we don't like. Then we'll come back and we'll tell you whether or not SETI is worth your time and bother today and in the future. So remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Hit the like button and all that YouTube bullshit. We'll see you after this. Bollocks. So, SETI, how'd you play this game? So, SETI is a Euro game published by Czech Games Edition, right? On your turn, you are going to be taking one action and any number of free actions that you choose. You'll get a bunch of starting resources and you'll get a player board, and you'll stick a very elaborate map of the solar system and neighbouring stars into the centre of the table, yeah? So on your turn, like we said, you get to take one main action and any number of free actions. The first main action you can take, you can launch a probe into Uranus. You'll pay 2 credits and you'll take one of your probe pieces and you will very slowly insert it into somebody's bumhole. As a free action, you can move this probe around the universe, right? And you'll have to generate movement points to do this, yeah? You can get them from various places, but the most likely place you're going to get them from is on your multi-use cards. So by generating movement, moving your probe around the solar system, this will allow you to orbit a planet, yeah? You'll pay 1 credit and 1 energy, and you'll take your probe out of the solar system and stick it on the track around a planet, and then you'll take the reward that goes with that. Once you have a probe in orbit, you can pay free energy to turn that orbiter into a lander, and if you do that, you'll be able to land on a planet and get the reward, yeah? Anytime you see the following symbols, you'll be able to mark traces of alien existence on the various places on the board, yeah? This will go some way to discovering the alien species that will be revealed later on in the game, yeah? So if you look at your player board, there will be different actions you could take on there, yeah? You can scan nearby stars, yeah? You can pay 1 credit and 2 energy to use the purple area on your player board, and you'll go from left to right and you'll be able to activate each one of those spaces. So for instance, the first section allows you to mark a signal in Earth sector, or you can discard a card from the card row and mark 1 signal in the matching sector, yeah? When you mark a signal, you'll take one of your little round pieces and you'll place it in the relevant section on the board, and if the sector is complete, then you have a little area control type thing going on. So the player with the most markers will win that sector. They'll place one of their markers above that track and get the resultant benefit. So you can analyze data. You pay 1 energy to analyze the data you collected throughout the game. You'll be picking up little blue markers and you'll be placing these on your player board, and then you'll discard all of the data you've collected, and this will allow you to mark one of the blue icons for one of the 2 alien species, right? And you can also play cards, yeah? Cards have a variety of different uses. Like we said, you can use them for movement, you can use them to complete different missions, yeah? There's conditional missions and there are triggerable missions, and cards will also give you a basic action you can use. There's also cards in the deck that give you endgame scoring, yeah? So there's loads of different ways to use a card, yeah? And that's one of the good things about this game, yeah? You can research a technology, yeah? You can pay 6 publicity. You'll get publicity throughout the game from cards and stuff, and then you'll choose one of the technologies that you haven't got and you'll stick it in your player board, yeah? Once you've done this, you will have to rotate the solar system, yeah? So the first time you will rotate the smallest disk, the second time you do it, you'll rotate the middle one, and then the third time you do it, you'll rotate the outer disk, yeah? And remember, when you turn the outer disk, the other 2 disks will rotate with them, yeah? There's also different milestones that you can claim. Once you pass 25, 50 or 70 points, you can choose one of the gold scoring tiles, and you can also pass, yeah, like in most Euro games. So once you have found all of the different traces of alien life, then you will flip over the board to reveal what alien you got. Each alien will have another deck of cards that you can use, and it'll also offer you opportunities to score in more points by doing further research on the alien species, yeah? These alien species will radically change the game, yeah? So just be careful that you don't get caught with your pants down by your ankles. So the game ends after 5 rounds. Once the last player's passed, you'll do a bit of final scoring, and then the player with the most points will be the winner of SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. So what do we like about SETI? So the first thing that we really like about SETI is the fact that you've got multi-use cards, yeah? Not only can you generate movement from these cards, but you can use them to get various other icons, or you could just use them for their plain old ability, yeah? The fact that you can get endgame scoring from these cards, and there are missions that you can choose to complete, or maybe not complete if you don't want to, means that they've managed to cram almost too much onto these cards, yeah? You want to use them for everything that they've got, yeah? But you can't, so you've got to be very, very careful and try and plan ahead in terms of what cards you're going to be using, yeah? You can also trade cards in for energy, yeah? So if there's a card that you don't want, you can get rid of it, and that will allow you to at least do something with it, yeah? So it doesn't even matter whether or not you're pulling shit cards out of the deck. You never feel like they're completely and utterly pointless. So the second thing that we really like about SETI is, like we said, you're never really that dependent on the random nature of the card draw, yeah? Unlike games like Terraforming Mars, where you end up with a massive hand of cards that you can't use, and you just curse your luck when nothing that you want comes out. In this, there's so many different uses for the cards, yeah, that you just feel like you're a pig in shit most of the time, you know what I mean? Every time I played this game, I never really felt that there was nothing I could do. You know, the fact that at the beginning of the game, you can only have one probe out on the board, but then you can work towards getting two out by getting a technology that lets you do that, means there's always something to work towards. It's always a milestone you can try and complete, and there's always points to be had. And it doesn't make this game point salad, yeah? It's not like you're going to be sniffing Stefan Feld's foreskin, but yeah, there's always something to do in this game. So the third and final thing that we really like about SETI is that at this moment in time, thematic Euros are as rare as rocking or shit, yeah? And this game bucks a trend, yeah? When we picked this up, I wasn't really expecting much from the theme. I thought, well, it's just going to be another one of them Castles of Burgundy style, let's just chuck some sort of shitty theme onto the mechanics. But the mechanics and the theme have been carefully moulded together, yeah? Whilst you don't really feel like you're sending probes into somebody's anus, you do get that feeling that things are moving quite slowly, and then it all opens up into a game where there's just like more choices than you could ever possibly want, yeah? You add into that a fantastic cheat sheet, yeah? So all the icons that you need to know are right in front of your Swede. Yeah, SETI takes the principles of the Euro game and seems to sort of like mould a theme around the mechanics rather than just sort of glue one on. Don't we like about SETI? So the first thing that we don't like about SETI is that there isn't enough alien species in the core box, yeah? Once you've played this a few times, yeah, you're going to have seen all of the aliens, no real surprises in the game, and chances are you're going to have your favourite alien, and when they don't come out and you get some of the shit ones that you don't really like, it's going to be sort of disappointing. You're going to feel like you got the shit end of the 10-foot barge pole. This game is crying out for an expansion, yeah? We've already seen everything that the aliens have to offer, and when certain aliens come out, I do think, oh, fuck's sake, not them again. So yeah, we just need a little bit more variety in this game, yeah. So the second thing that you might not like, doesn't really bother me, but there's been a couple of wobbles about it, yeah, is that the final third of the game changes really, really radically, and some of the aliens may or may not be useful, yeah. When they come out and the cards are available and you take a card, you're thinking, oh, I just really can't be arsed with the fucking Starship Trooper spider things, yeah. They're just a pain in the arse. They're just too difficult to slot into my strategy where I've been going with this, yeah. So you sort of basically push them to one side, yeah. Other aliens do the complete opposite, yeah. You can't get near them. Everyone's trying to swarm down like flies of shit, trying to get hold of the cards, and some of the aliens seem to like derail the game, yeah, a little bit. They sort of unbalance the game slightly. So yeah, it's a bit of a gamble as to which aliens may or may not be useful, and like I said, if there were more aliens in the box, yeah, maybe you could just choose them or something. Well, there's nothing to stop you from choosing them anyway, but that's not what the game's about. The game is about surprise, and once you've seen them all, that largely disappears, you know. So the final thing we don't like about SETI, and this may not have happened to you, but with us, not all the time, but some of the times we played it, there has been a runaway winner, and not by just a few points, by like 100 and whatever points, yeah. They've been miles ahead while everyone's been scratching around in the dirt trying to find a fucking couple of grains of wheat, you know. So yeah, there is a tendency to have big swings of points with this game. Like I said, not all the time, but when it happens, it can be a bit frustrating for those three people who have missed the bus and been left at the bus stop in the pissing rain, you know. So to summarise, is SETI worth your time and bother today and in the future? So we are going to say yes, absolutely. SETI is without doubt the best Euro game of 2024 by a fucking mile, yeah? The initial simple actions gradually give way to a snowball-like effect with greater and greater choices, yeah? This can be sort of nullified by the fact that the alien reveal can be a little bit lackluster after repeated plays, and you can even ignore this event altogether if you want, yeah? It doesn't really matter whether you dip your toe in the alien feces at all. So that makes the alien reveal sometimes a bit of a lame duck. But when the inevitable expansions finally drop this year, which we're hoping that they do, this little foible should be largely fixed, yeah? So SETI is an absolutely fantastic killer Euro that everybody who likes Euro games should have in their collection, like from yesterday. So there you go, that is SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel with the like button and all that YouTube bullshit. See you next Tuesday.